One of the people who helped invent modern AI just raised $1 billion to say the whole thing is a dead end. And later, an AI did a real freelance job all on its own. It's Monday, July 6th. You're on Innover. Let's get into it. Innover Brief 1. LeCun raises $1.03 billion to bet against AI. Yann LeCun is one of the people who built modern AI. He spent 12 years as Meta's chief AI scientist. He won the biggest prize in computing. And this week he raised over $1 billion to say everyone else is doing it wrong. His new lab is called AMI Labs. The round was $1.03 billion at a $3.5 billion value. That's the biggest first round of money any startup has ever raised in Europe. And here's the wild part. The company has no product. It has shipped nothing you can buy. So what are people paying for? An idea. LeCun thinks today's chatbots will never get truly smart. His reason is simple. These models only learn from text. Text is just words about the world. A 4-year-old kid has seen and touched way more of the real world than any chatbot ever read. So he wants to build AI that learns from video and the real world, not just writing. Why it matters. When a founder of the field bets $1 billion against the field, you listen. Either he is very wrong or the rest of AI is about to hit a wall. Innover Brief 2. Meta's watermelon matches GPT 5.5. That was a bet against big AI labs. This next one is a big AI lab saying it just caught up. Meta's AI chief told his staff some big news this week. He says the model they are training right now already matches OpenAI's GPT 5.5. The model has a code name. They call it Watermelon. It uses about 10 times more computing power than Meta's last model. And he hinted a top-tier coding model is coming pretty soon. Now, one catch. Watermelon is still training. It is not out yet. So treat this as a claim, not a finished product. Why it matters. Meta has spent $145 billion chasing the front of AI. For a long time, its models sat behind everyone else. If this claim holds, that money is finally buying a seat at the table. But the front keeps moving. OpenAI's next models could land this week too. Innover Brief 3. Amazon is ready to sell space internet. Enough about who has the smartest model. Let's go up, way up into orbit. Stick around. Later, one AI did a real freelance job and doubled every rival. Amazon just crossed a real line in space. It now has more than 390 satellites in orbit. That is enough to start selling its internet service, called LEO, later this year. This is Amazon's real answer to SpaceX and its Starlink internet. The idea is simple. Beam internet down from space to people the ground can't reach. Why it matters. Space internet is turning into a two-horse race. And when giants fight, prices usually drop for the rest of us. Innover Brief 4. One AI doubles the field at real work. Back down on Earth, here's the one I promised you. There's a test called the Remote Labor Index. It checks if an AI can do real freelance computer jobs, the kind people get paid for. The AI model Claude Fable 5 just scored 16.1% on it. That doesn't sound huge until you hear it roughly doubled the next best model. So, most AIs barely finish these jobs. This one finished way more of them. Why it matters. This is the shift from AI that answers to AI that actually gets work done. One heads up. The company says this model comes off some plans after July 7th while it adds capacity. So the smartest worker in the room is also the one everyone is fighting to book. Innover Brief 5. China ships a free self-host AI. That was the most capable model. This next one is about a model nobody can take away from you. A Chinese company called Z.AI just shipped something interesting. It's a free coding tool named Z-Code, built on their model GLM 5.2. 3 things make it stand out. The model is open, so you can run it on your own machines. It was trained on Huawei chips with no American hardware at all. And because you host it yourself, no outside company can flip a switch and shut it off. Why it matters. A few weeks ago, one lab's model got pulled offline for nearly 3 weeks. Z.AI is basically selling the fix, own the model, and nobody can take it from you. Innover Brief 6. Nvidia trades compute for a cut. One more before we go, and it's about the company selling the shovels in this gold rush. Nvidia makes the chips almost every AI company needs. Now it started a program to hand startups computing power through its cloud partners. The catch. Those startups share their money back with Nvidia. Nvidia also plans to borrow at least $20 billion. Why it matters. Nvidia isn't just selling chips anymore, it's buying a piece of the whole field. Today's thread was control. Who owns the smartest AI and who can take it away? More and more of these stories are really about power over AI. We track everyone. Subscribe and watch the shift with us.